To kind of back up, my husband and I both have some pretty major health issues. And so I was looking at the paperwork that we already had completed, and we had wills, and it's kind of the I love you will, as I say here at Elder Law. And I was talking with my daughter and son-in-law, who are both attorneys, and they've been attorneys in Spokane for about 10 years. And they said, well, you know, Mom, really, we could help you, but if we had to have this kind of work done, we would go to Elder Law because they're the best. And we love Lynn. She does such a wonderful job, and they've been in Spokane for a long time, and we know they would really do a good job for you. So that's kind of what got me started. And then I went to one of Lynn's presentations, and I was a little hesitant, but after I heard her presentation, I was sure that this is what we needed to have done for us. I actually started with my daughter and son-in-law because they're attorneys. And I trust them, and I knew that they wouldn't refer me to anyone that they wouldn't use themselves. And because they are in the legal system, they know who really does a good job and who doesn't do a good job. Okay, what made you stand out was I'm always really hesitant about doing anything new, and I'm really kind of overwhelmed when I go into like a law office or a professional office. And from the moment I stepped through the door, I felt comfortable. And I felt like the people here really listened to what I had to say, and they really made everything fit what our needs were. They didn't just give me something that they gave to everyone else. They listened, and then they did our plan according to what we needed. I didn't know what to expect, but you definitely exceeded my expectations. I could not believe how friendly everyone here was, and I couldn't believe that you really were so interested in making sure that everything was done correctly, and you listened to everything that I asked you to do, plus you let me look at everything before it was finalized so I could make changes, and the things that I asked you to do, you definitely did. So I really appreciated that a lot. My favorite part of working with Elder Law during this whole process was that they really took time to explain everything to me. They didn't rush me, and they didn't act like, why don't you know that if I asked a question? And even if I asked them to repeat something that they'd already explained to me, they were very patient. They wanted to make sure that I knew exactly what they were doing, and they wanted to make sure that everything that they were doing would be in my best interest. When I attended that meeting that Lynn presented for Elder Law, I actually stood up during the meeting and let people know that my daughter and son-in-law, who are both attorneys, recommended Elder Law. And I would tell anyone, I trust my children, I know they love me, they wouldn't have sent me here if they didn't believe they did the best work possible. And for me, they did do the best work possible. I was so impressed. They far exceeded my expectations.